Guys, Marshall here. We got a completely different approach today. I wanted to really dig in. I've talked about investing before. I want to talk about my experience in cryptocurrency. And what I don't see a lot of people out there talking about is really the transparency of what actually happens, certain picks that they have that are good and bad, um, and and really what the main takeaways are and in deciding what a good crypto investment is. This None of this is going to be financial advice, but most of it is really just what happened to me and what the best outlook was, what really worked. And right off the bat, I'll talk about uh, one of the best picks I had, which was Solana. All the way back, if you look at my cursor, it's on all the way back in November 25th, 2022, when the price was around $14. This was near the time of the FTX collapse, and there was a lot of Solana tied into FTX. And what I saw was that Solana was a good project, and it was under a lot of scrutiny. And and this won't always work for currencies. You won't always see them bounce back like Solana did, but Solana was kind of an exception. They have fast transaction speeds. It's a good, very good cryptocurrency. It's actually been doing exceptionally well, as you can see in the graph. You can see last bull run. You can see. Um, I'm gonna have to move myself over a bit here. You can see how it's went up to around $150. And so the timing is one of the most important things to understand in cryptocurrency. Uh, and I was able to accurately time a lot of these projects. The projects that we're going to talk about, my top six projects that did well for me. First off, Salon obviously did really well. The next project is actually Fetch AI, but it actually changed into Artificial Superintelligence Alliance recently. And we'll talk about Singularity Net and Fetch AI merge. This is Singularity Net and Fetch AI. Both of these projects I got in at probably around the same time in 2022, in November 2022. This was at 6 cents, or 10, roughly around 10 cents. Somewhere in that time, I decided to pick up a bag of Fetch AI, and it once again did really well. These AI coins did really well for me. Um, that was the narrative around that time. Narratives are very important in cryptocurrency. These are uh, these narratives will push certain coins to all time highs, and obviously you see Fetch AI was a very good pick for me. I actually even got my brother involved in it. I don't know if he got in at the same time to really make the same profits as I did, but I was able to take some decent profits from that project, along with Solana. I wish I would have kept my entire Solana bag, but I did not. I even bought the Solana Saga phone with the some of my Solana bag. Um, and so that's not even really important. But as you see Fetch AI, that was one of the best performing AI coins. Singularity Net also did really well um, for me. I even cashed out of Singularity Net entirely. I turned, I think, like a $150 or $200 bag into about 1,300 or $400 or something like that. So that was a really good one. Um, those specific AI coins, I was sort of exposed to these through content creators, and fortunately, I think they stressed to me the importance of them being really good projects, which they were. They were very good. They were kind of in the top five of AI projects, and so what I did was I looked on CoinMarketCap and I saw the volume and I saw some of the top five AI currencies, and I was like, well, this is the narrative. This is really popular right now. It sort of died down a little bit, as you can see. Even in Fetch kind of died down here a bit. The narrative kind of shifted. The market kind of shifted. I still see those ones doing really well. Um, especially because these merged into the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. I see this project is doing really well. I see Solana doing really well. Um, these are pretty solid projects. There's a lot of liquidity already in these projects. A lot of people are very convinced that they're going to do well, and I am too. Next off was maybe my luckiest situation, which was Axon DAO. Um, I got into Axon DAO in the earliest stages, which was the pre-sale, and once again, I was exposed. I was actually exposed to Data Lake over here. I was exposed to Data Lake, which these two currencies are a part of decentralized science, which is a very untouched. These two currencies were kind of gems in a way because they were low market cap. Data Lakes hasn't been doing well. Data Lake, that was the first one I got into, was Data Lake, and it was actually doing really well. Um, I made a fat bag off of Data Lake in the. What's going on here? This doesn't look right. Okay, I got into Data Lake. Um, this was early like the end of last year. I got into Data Lake, and boom, it went up. It went all the way up to like here, and I was selling at certain points, like right here and here. This was a low market cap decentralized science project, and it did really well early on. Right now, it's sort of calmed down. The whole market kind of calmed down, as you can see. It's just kind of going away. I actually reaccumulated some bags of Data Lake because I still believe that this project can once again go from like a 3 or 4 million market cap all the way back up into the 20-30 million easily. So I can see I might even make more money on the second round of this than the first round. I'm hoping. We'll see. I don't know if decentralized science is going to really be part of the narrative, but I see this as a very, very, very undervalued pick here. This did well for me. I made a good bit of money shaving off the top of the pumps, and because of my success with Data Lake, I decided to get into the Axon DAO pre-sale, and you see this price here of 5 cents. I bought at a fraction of 5 cents in the pre-sale. I probably bought in at like, even move that decimal point a little bit over and add another zero, and it was like 0.005 or something like that. I got a pretty significant bag off of like $175 investment, and really that was incredible gains. That was incredible gains. You see, it went up to 85 cents. This is actually, I can't say that this will ever even happen to you if you're involved in cryptocurrency. I got very, very lucky, and I actually didn't take enough profits. The profits that I took were probably um, around 25 to 30% on the way up, and I wish that I would have taken even more because, as you can see, it calmed down a lot. This project, I'm more convinced this project is going to do better than Data Lake because uh, they actually are in kind of the AI narrative in a way. They're kind of connected to Nvidia in some way. They have somewhat of a technology here. This is a governance token, but it has some sort of uh, connection with Nvidia, and it's a kind of an attractive technology or blockchain. So I mean, it was a layer two, so it's not even a blockchain. So most of these, all that we covered, are layer twos so far, except for Solana. Solana's got its own blockchain, which makes it once again a really popular pick. Really popular. Um, a very fast working blockchain. And probably definitely the highest market cap of the ones that we're going to cover. I'm going to get back into the AI here. We got Render. This was another one of my picks that I got really fortunate on. This one, once again, you can see how it improved. I think I got it at like under a dollar. I think I got it at under a dollar somewhere over here, and I would say like mid 2022 I got this. You know, for I wouldn't be surprised if I got it at like 40 cents. So yeah, this one did really well for me. This render is an AI pick. They have some connections with. Um, I think they have some connections with Apple. I can't be certain with that, but this was another AI pick that did really well for me. You see that its potential. I think it once again has potential to even hit these all-time highs or even higher. You see that they kind of it has some consolidation here around $4, which hopefully this is just kind of where it sits for a little bit, and I can really see us seeing another uptick. This chart actually looks really good. It looks like one of the better charts that we've actually looked at. Um, we look at ASI. Wow, ASI's chart looks very similar to renders. That is wild. Holy cow, dude! Look at how similar those charts look. And then and so yeah, render did really well for me. Injective here is another AI pick. These were all like in kind of like the top five of AI coins, and they all did really well for me. It was just the narrative. This chart looks great too. Injective's chart looks really good. I think I did get this around uh, in between $5 and $7, somewhere in there, or maybe actually maybe even lower than that. Maybe I got it in. You know what? I think I got it like around here on this side of things. I didn't. It dipped down, but I think I got in around like $5 or something like that. This one once again did really well for me. Um, all of these AI coins did really well for me, uh, and I still hold bags of all of these. Injective, render, fetch. I still have. I did take profits off of fetch and Singularity Net, but I just held on to my render and injective bags. I'm hoping for another step up here, and I think a lot of people are expecting a step up in the market. Um, there's a lot of people are thinking next year is going to be the bull run after the election. I can't really say what's going to happen. I think things are sort of leaning towards Kamala Harris winning, and that's not really great for crypto. But from an investing standpoint, I don't think I need to. You don't really need to focus on who's going to be the president, but who knows? It seems like Kamala's really anti-crypto, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I really don't. But the market seems to be trending in that direction of a bull run next year. Hopefully, we have. I mean, right now it's August. We're saying 70% chance of rate cuts in September. Hopefully, we could see like an uptick going into next year. That'd be pretty solid. That'd be reassuring if that happened. Um, but who knows? Who knows? Those are my those are my best picks there. I talked about the worst one out of this was probably Data Lake. Data Lake didn't do too well after its initial massive pumping, massive pumping. Um, I still believe in that project. That's a decentralized science. So we have a pure. This is pure like data. This is purely like science data, data lake. Um, and then we have a lot of AI, and this is DeSci and AI in a way. It connected to AI, it connected to you know Nvidia, and then we have my best performing blockchain coin, which was Solana. Absolutely amazing picks. I was very fortunate, and now we're gonna get into the bad stuff. This is the bad stuff here. I It's really funny how it's almost like both sides of things. The AI, the decentralized science, um, these lower market cap picks didn't do well for me. These 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 projects that were like, to me, they sold me on potential, to make fat bags off them because they were low market cap. And actually, whenever you look at how bad some of these coins did, I mean, Scalia Infrastructure was at 70 cents. It's a fraction of a penny. This was by far one of my worst picks. Um, there's actually one pick on this section that I don't even have up here because it was a complete rug pull. It was the first rug pull I experienced. It was called Terrarium. Terrarium. They relaunched a new coin, and it was just a cash grab. And I bought into it early. I think I bought into it like almost in like a pre-sale period, and um, yeah, it didn't do good for me. I mean, because of certain things that did well for me, I thought that there was some sort of a strategy there. I thought if I could get early onto some coins, because I had success on Axon and DAO in a pre-sale, I thought I could get into other coins that were in a pre-sale that would do good for me. That's when we go into this one right here was an AI play. I was sold on AI narrative on a low market cap coin that I thought had potential. This had like a DPIN potential, which is like, you'll have to just kind of research that. I'm not going to explain what DPIN is. It's another narrative under AI. But Noble Blocks, I tried to get this into the pre-sale, and I had some FOMO because I wasn't able to get into the pre-sale because it was bought out by computers. And I decided to get into, as soon as the coin was released, I was like, I want to get a fat bag of this. I want to see where this goes. I had the hype, the it was bought out by bots in a way, mostly, and so I think the bots just all ended up selling after a while. But I accumulated some. Let me see here. This chart doesn't make any sense, but I accumulated a lower price than this, but as you can see, it went down really bad. Once again, a fraction of a penny. This was up to almost 2 cents, and yeah, this is by far one of my worst picks. This is actually this is the most money I've lost out in. You go back to, we were talking about Singularity Net. I took some of my profits, I put them into this project, thinking that this was going to do well, and completely erased those profits. And yes, this was a bad pick. And so there's like a counterpart to all of these. Like each of these narratives, they kind of got me thinking I could get a little bit more ambitious because I had made the profits. Luckily, I still am in the green. I still made a good chunk of profits, more so than I lost, because I'm just pretty fortunate about that, because I had done so well. I had picked a nice time to get into crypto, especially for the first time I'm getting into crypto, because if I'd have picked a different time, I'd probably be in the red. But I picked a great time to start getting in, and I'm still seeing a lot of the positive effects of my timing. So these projects that I got, I don't even think the timing was really good. Scalia Infrastructure, that was pretty horrible timing. These are all coins that I bought after the pump. Noble Block, I bought after the pump too. That was just a bad pick. Tensor Space, this is another one. These AI coins, I got some exposure with watching. I watched this one channel, and I think they picked both of these. It's this Scalia and Tensor Space, I think, was on one specific video, and I was like, screw it, I'll throw $150 of my Fetch AI profits into some other AI coins, see if I can make some more money. That didn't work. Obviously, you see here, this is tragic, horribly. This is just like a loss of $150, $200 right there. Luckily, I don't spend a lot of money in these random picks. That's one fortunate thing about this. If it's not a high conviction play, you probably shouldn't be putting a ton of money into it. The only one here that I put a decent amount of, like, over $200 in was the Noble Blocks one. But you see here, these are all picks that I got off of content creators that I thought had potential. This is an AI play. This TensorSpace AI play. Scalia Infrastructure AI play. Noble Blocks was a decentralized science play. These are all low market cap coins that I thought had some potential to make some gains because they're low market cap coins, and this just wasn't the case. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, if you're new into this investing style, you got to watch out for these sort of get rich ideas, because you'll get burnt. So you got to really understand where the market is, and where the value is in these coins. Like these coins that they're just like, you're just selling me on potential, and they're not. And I got sold on potential. Here's another one. This is another AI coin. I got sold on the potential by another guy on. Once again, I didn't put a lot of money in it. Probably like $150. Basically erased it all the way. It's basically worth like $15 right now. That $150 turned into $15. Just down the drain. And so even though there was thousands of, so there's other 6 picks, there was thousands of dollars made in that. Right here, there's probably a total of $1,000 lost, maybe a slight bit more. So what I was able to do is I was able to cancel my losses with those good, strong conviction plays. And so I'm still on the grain. I'm still vibing. I'm still waiting for this next up in the market. And because of that, I ate my psychology, I'm still comfortable. You know, we've seen a lot of bad we've seen a lot of bad graphs, not quite as bad as some of these ones I'm showing you. These are just bad. These are just bad picks. I have a feeling Noble Block could turn around and be back worth up to a cent again. But I mean, who knows? Those are decentralized science plays. You just don't know. Here's another DeSci play. This is the last one we're going to talk about for my bad picks. This was a DeSci play that was like they were experimenting with like the, what are they called? They're like artificial reality glasses or whatever. I forget what they're called exactly, but they were doing some different science experiments with that artificial reality, how it could improve people's lives, how it could train people to do certain activities, how it could train medicine. And I thought that was pretty neat. I thought that was pretty cool. But it never came close to this one random spike in January. It spiked up for a day. I had $100 bag of this. It went up to like $700. And I didn't take any profits on it. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to the moon. Literally a day later or 2 days later, it was back down, and just never saw anything that great. And then it led to another leg down because they had some connections with Apple trying to launch their artificial reality app to help train people certain things. They were trying to launch that in Apple, and Apple Store denied them. And so everybody kind of pulled their money out of this project, and this low market cap project, so far it's kind of went down the drain. So there you see, I'm willing to show you guys my worst plays. Hold on a sec. Let me plug this in. I'm willing to show you guys my worst plays and my decisions. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't do a lot of things differently besides obviously these little things, trying to this idea, this get rich quick. I think people get into crypto thinking that it's a get rich quick idea, but it's not really as quick as you think. You have to learn how to make decisions, take your profits and put it into USD. Because if you take your profits and you put it into another coin, it's a good chance that those profits are just going to get erased. So whenever you make money, take your profits, put it into USD or Bitcoin in a way. Or if you take, or another great strategy, which if I was to change my strategy, I would have put everything in Bitcoin early on. And then after I saw Bitcoin do well, then I could have picked certain coins and AI coins to do well. That's another strategy because like Bitcoin front runs the market in a way, and it sort of dictates the market. So if you can put your money in Bitcoin, you can see those profits, and then you can put it into better plays potentially. But like I showed you guys earlier, there were some really solid plays that I had. Even my brother was very he didn't really believe in some of these picks. He just was, he's more of a Bitcoin guy, which he has a right to be. Bitcoin is a really great store of value and everything. What Bitcoin's doing is special. It's by far the biggest indicator on the crypto market and front runs that dominance of the market. And that was like the two strategies. You either get into Bitcoin, you could get into Bitcoin, see the profits, leak that stuff into some other high conviction plays that are going to follow that rise in Bitcoin, which is a move, or you just you find those altcoins and those layer ones and those layer twos that are going to do well, like Solana, and then layer twos like artificial super intelligence. I really believe that's going to do well. Render, I believe, is going to do really well. Injective is going to do really well, I'm sure. And then you have outliers. I think this is the most undervalued, one of the most undervalued coins that we talked about. So yeah, there's so much potential in this one. You see here, you got a $4 million market cap. Its market cap went up to over $30 million at one point. So very undervalued pick. And yeah, this AI narrative did really well for me. Think about narratives. Think about how what's really popular. The newest narrative is real world asset coins. And I actually didn't have a lot of exposure early on because this is like a newer narrative. So none of my picks that did really well were even focused on real world assets because I had not been really exposed to that yet. I think I might have heard about it, but I didn't see it as like a big narrative. So this AI narrative, I think it's still very strong. And it is going to be one of those really powerful narratives, along with real world assets as we go into the next year towards a bull run. And then you got some chances about some gaming coins that are going to do well. Those ones usually pop off in the latest point in time. Meme coins, I didn't even talk about meme coins because I don't do a lot of investing in meme coins. But I've had a little bit of success with those. These are this is the core success. These are tokens that really provide some utility. They make sense. They're not just fluff. They're not just a dog coin. These AI coins, they're They're working on finding a way to make your to make data work quicker and make I don't know. It's just the evolution of blockchain through using AI to sort data and and give people quick results, and people put their liquidity in this stuff. All that these coins value comes from is liquidity. A lot of people will say that crypto has no purpose. Crypto has no purpose. Stocks are better. Stocks are good too. Stocks are good too. But the reason why stocks go up is reinvesting cash into the companies to provide shareholders more value. And what you have here is people investing their money into a coin, and that creates more value. It's all about the liquidity. And so when liquidity enters the stock market, they reinvest their liquidity into the business. When liquidity enters the crypto market, price goes up. So it's really all about the liquidity. Cryptocurrency is really still attractive, as much as you might hear ridiculous things. And this is still a way to make money. This is still a way to make money in this world, and you have to find those the right narratives, the right coins that you can trust putting your money into, and find that timing that's going to work for you. If you time the market bad, it doesn't matter what coin you get into. If it's overvalued, you're not going to see as much profit. It doesn't matter what stock you get into. If it's overvalued compared to what it's going to offer the business world, you're going to cut into your profits. It's a lot about timing. It's a lot about understanding if something's overvalued or undervalued. So I would suggest getting a core understanding of investing before you even start doing this stuff, because that's what I did. I spent a year deep diving in investing. Books like A Random Walk Down Wall Street, The Intelligent Investor, The Millionaire Next Door. I watch a podcast called listen to a podcast called We Study Billionaires. I've listened to hundreds of hours of this podcast. They talk about Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, proven strategies to make money investing. Don't expect to just hop into cryptocurrency and have a working strategy if you don't study the strategies of the past, if you don't understand how things work. Because if you come in and you start trying to trade crypto, you're probably going to lose out on money. If you just want to be a day trader in stocks, you're probably going to lose out on money. But those are the people that aren't doing the research. If you do enough research, I'm sure day trading could work for you. It really comes down to if you're going to put enough investment of time and energy into understanding how to make things work for yourself. This is about you. This is not personal financial advice for anybody specifically. This is about finding out what strategy works for you. And that's what a lot of my videos have been about, is finding out where you're at and how you can find that strategy that works for you. Identify where you're at, figure out a plan to look at investments in the big picture, and look at your style of investing in the big picture. It's not just the investment, it's your style, it's your timing, it's your understanding that's going to give you a better chance of making thousands of dollars. So yeah, I'm going to take these profits that I made with me, and I'm going to improve my style, improve my strategy, and I'm hoping to make thousands of more dollars in this industry. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you can, like and subscribe to my channel, Plausibly Anything, where we cover anything plausible, anything that can improve your day-to-day life, the elephant in the room, the socializing, business life, psychology, all of the above. It's me, Marshall, and I will be here once again with an episode soon. Please like and subscribe. And I'm out, guys. Thank you so much.